at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
16 more on that one and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Downfield throw tip, but he still got it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the first quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns 9.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And this throw will be intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Browns nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On one, right?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
11. Flow.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
3rd and goal. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And got his man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Browns at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
To throw again on second down. Watson. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here we go. 12.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first
12,
here.
11 empty. 11.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there, as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
On one, ready? 11 MT, hey! 11 MT.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 34. Now Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
It's JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, in there for the sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Browns 14. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Faking the give. Now Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
180 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Burrow. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11. Close. 11, Thomas.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again. Slant pass to Boyd.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Boy, 199 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On one, ready? 11, MT, paint. 11, MT, paint.
Back to Mixon on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On one, ready?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
On one, ready?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Watson. And now here's another interception.
interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 40.
On one, right?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Tony Field, his second sack of the night.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11.
Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. Ooh, with a juke. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they wanted.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Gun. Got.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. A beautiful fake. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
223 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Shifts by him. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Nixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A toss left, Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Mixon.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On one, ready?
And they take a knee.
On 2.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you